Independent voice of Liberia. No allegiance to any political party, organization, institution, or individual. 87.9. Your best
Since Joseph Boyka for the past 6 years, since Joseph Boyka
You want to do
Minister for like you want to have meeting with us. So we got them, Paulina came, and Paulina said there is no budget for us. She's not going to pay us, money all down. Maybe she get money the 15th or next month, she will pay us. For everybody that work on a job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got, and people went to the mansion, improved 730 persons. But then she said, Joe, we have put of all down, but you were working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with him. That job, we have put that, she will put them down. So therefore, she came and said, she's now working with us again. She didn't pay us. So I saw that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then, for the 3 months that Joseph Boyka got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. And she left. So we should go and sit down and wait for the 15th.
Now people use electronic and print media. They use everything to promote direct propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own direct propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to direct us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President Joshua, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Boyka made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's task in the presidency. What do you make of that?
I want to say that statement doesn't go well with me. Mr. Weir is a boy. Then I think he's a good boy because Joseph Boyka, former Vice President Boyka, dropped in his heart, he collapsed. Almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who really picking up charter a plane to fly in abroad for open heart surgery and lay him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the women who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural heart compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and you let him. Maybe you call Joseph George Weir boy because of the age. Because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, what that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground when he collapsed to fly here abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka in conclusion should be very grateful to that boy who flew here on the country for open heart surgery and making to live today. For the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, he know you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole of president boy, then your old man, you told him battery around here. You cannot look at a battery man and he left you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you always say you want to be president, and we know your record, you always stand on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing at reading the comment section. John Balu said, the reason why he's saying this is to save the state, save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his county, 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered, their bodies were mutilated. didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that Kara R, allegedly Kara R, a massacre on the Kabbalah River, became a senator from jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when King Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fulham man was beheaded in River GU. Senator Balu was senator and the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving General Hosmer money and squash cars to block it for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, you say you want to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu that Brian Bell senator.
If he started saving Liberia then, you know, sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because look,
I don't think I can do this. It's like my face. I can. I don't want to do it. Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. If you talk to somebody and they tell you, say, oh, because I'm worried, don't do it. Don't put me in any situation I can handle.
Yeah.
No, okay, you ain't gotta do it. What you do for me? Let them go to the lady tomorrow morning, we'll see her. That's all. You ain't gotta do anything. Yeah? Don't put me in any situation I can handle. Where you at?
At the station.
Alright, I'm coming for you after the so we'll see her, yeah? You're not doing anything, we're just going to see her. I will not be for me.
And somebody come and stand in front of me and say, Representative Grace is in the public. It's a disservice to you. And you must hold their feet to the fire because some of you voted for these thieves. Okay? The House is a thief. It's a thief. I'm telling you, it's a thief. Anybody who lie on what he told, he had checked here. Public got checks before. He denied a signature on those checks. Before 2020 campaign. It's a common criminal. I'm saying that to you. It's a common criminal. That's the budget he voted for. It's a criminal because he lied at $3.6 million not in the budget. He can't take me anywhere. I defy him. That's a criminal. No, I'm not angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being intellectual. I'm providing facts. No, I said something I didn't mention him. So they don't know how to manage. He has no integrity in life or integrity. He's in the process of integrity. He's drowning in the process of integrity. He's not only fake. He's drowning in the process of integrity. I say he's a criminal. It's a thief. To take up for the $5,000 car in the budget to vote for it, not just to vote for it. And you didn't inform the people because you said everything you will inform the people. You don't record for that. And he didn't say anything about it. Okay, the pastor didn't vote. But why he didn't say it? Why he didn't say he voted for it? The records are there, though. Gentlemen said that they should be treated as a common criminal for lying to the public that there's no $3.6 million in the budget. Okay, and they said that they didn't want it. Where they place it? There's 3.6 million. They ain't the money yet. The things in the budget, there's the final budget. So like, they don't tell you when they took it all, they said when they put it. I beg you. One question is, when they took it up, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If they answer that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we first tell the thing to the people.
That's what.
And we've been doing that with the people who clean the chaplain in our very communities. So, instead of saying, say, go to people and ask them what the name, and so you putting them to say, I name this. But if you ask your people, what you carry them. So before I ask them what the name, and what the name, I will take them to them.
And your three major priorities.
Right now, it is looking like I'm a teacher in profession.
Teacher.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the boys autonomous.
The Boris what?
It's autonomous. It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at so many things we have to consider because autonomous, that means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things you do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have everything to do, and if you look at the good time, many young people are quite localism in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We were teaching elementary divisions.
Oh, okay.
Elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So hello, Robert B. here. Robert B. here is the librarian. After the evaluation for the middle school, we keep the Mario Bros. We attend the junior high school, the Pasadena Junior High School, and from there we went to the Central High and graduated 2019. Our teachers and professors, Robert J. is a very important son, Robert J. is a very important son, Robert J. is designed to be a example of leadership, Robert J. is a public servant. I always work at the National Security Agency, they give my time to
And I'm telling the Liberian government, I'm telling Bwaka, Joseph Bwaka, I said Joseph Bwaka, and I always talking to the senator, very senator that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you, we voted for you in the house, you're standing there. What did I play with us? And what did I play with us? She will get it wrong for us. She will get it wrong for the small child. She running, she will have she baby. If you want to take off when you work, they off. We're going to sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that work on a job, we are women. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? That you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of job we are? Please, our senator, you can't call back. Our senator in the house, you have to talk for us. Nobody can you say you are going to talk for the women that work for the number to us. She's taking bread from our mouth. We will be marching as a group. We all will be going to the mansion in black. We will walk to the mansion and we'll point tire. And they will care all the way they keep pointing beyond that they care us. Because they want the kids for the care. They say they keep the rescue. But they never keep the rescue or they keep the care us. We will march to the mansion. Everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear the minister of state that they put down, I believe never saying they will wear black. We'll go to the mansion, we'll point tire, we'll point them, we'll walk to the mansion. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a blind liar. The people came to steal. He came outside when he saw us. He stood and he said, your boys are going to Polina, coming back. He never came back. He just left on the only thing they did, they called the police are shopping us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us someone. We are Liberian. We work and we earn our own money.
Okay, bring her to.
I hope that our people realize that we made a mistake. We're in a new era and they send us back to the old era. We need to correct that.
Correct that. And are you going to be one of those persons to champion that campaign to correct that? You are still back and you are still active in politics. You can't explain to the Liberian people today what did you mean when you were in the church that you were not going to stay long and retire in politics that others would do. Just this brief movement, explain to them what you really meant at the time. Because somebody has still
Maybe my desire to join politics, it was a desire of the Liberian people.
Okay.
I've served Liberia my entire life. From a young age to my age today. Liberian people called me on board. I accepted their call. I came. I brought the investment. We moved on and finally we got the leadership to build our country. The Liberian people still believe in me. And I said to them in my church, one day I could tell you that I'm running or I'm not running. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I could come out tomorrow and say I'm not running. But any time the Liberian people need me, I will respond to their call. Because it's very important. Do you know how many times I won elections and I'm not on the party ticket? I say I will be committed to the cause of the people. But this is not a cause of the people that struggle continue. This is the cause of the people for development. And that's why I heed to, and that's what I did. I am young, and I am the leader of the political party of the Common for Democratic Change. When we go to our elections and they're looking for leader, if I'm the leader on that ticket, I will be the candidate.
Wow. Respecting the rule of
It's
law.
important for me, yes. Respect to the rule of law. You understand? So we need to unite our people, AB. So we are the greatest country in the world, whether we believe it or not. whether we believe it or not. But we need to treat each other right. Yeah, we cannot be vindictive. And you know what I'm saying? We cannot be hateful. And it's wrong, especially when you are hateful to people that treat you right. That is wrong. The pastors then, the deacons, the prophets, they need to wake up to say the truth. If God cannot tell them, I'm praying to God, I'm begging God to tell them, because people listen to them, so they can tell the government that breaking the law is the wrong thing. It's the wrong thing. It's the wrong thing. The people suffer a whole lot. The people suffer the crisis. So we don't need to go back to our dark days. We need to be civil. Civility is the best way. And peace is the order of the day. And the only way peace can be restored, peace can come, if all the restore. So we need to know that any leader that don't respect other leaders, he will crash. And again, Ebi, I'm very happy that even in the rain, people are still outside expressing their joy. You know what I'm saying? For a future and a forward match. I think it's a great endeavor. So I want to thank our legislators and our acting chair and the Secretary General and the entire partisans. You know, want to take all of them, the reaction, the sedition, the coalition, and what have you, and the well-wisher and the sympathizer. We respect you all. That's the best way to go. And keep the peace of this country, and let us continue to work hard for a better future.
Oh yeah, I said this. Thank you. And of course, welcome to the Government Face, the issues right here on Freedoms. Tearing you apart goes with pain. And it's because of that pain we're trying to do what we can. Yeah, to just what they call it. But I think we are certainly getting there. No matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. So it's quite an interesting time for all of us. Great moment for us. And we are here. And we will certainly get there. Nothing can stop us from getting there. So we will get there, and because we ought to get there, and we should get there at all costs. And these are important moments for all of us. Welcome, folks. Welcome. It's tonight again. Like I said the last week, and I told some of you it was, I told some of you that indeed we are going to be talking about you winning plenty of money tonight. And like others are winning, others are giving up, and I can only encourage you not to give up. I'm not forcing you to play, but I can only encourage because somebody goes, hey, you not me, oh, would I play? No, I don't want that. I just think that people should not give up. The reason I'm telling you people should not is because there are testimonies that people who were even at the verge of giving up, they got it. Yeah. People who are at the verge of even, they got it. There are others who came in even reluctantly. They got it. So that is life. And we always like to encourage people that you never give up until life is gone away from you. In as much as there is life, there is hope. They say birds don't pray for long feathers. They pray for long life. Because once there is life, those feathers will grow. So your prayer is not to pray to give up. No. Once there is life, you must continue to play. So it is tonight you're supposed to get a 10,000, and at the end of it, it's possible that all of you winning here again, and tonight, and you could be caught up at the close of tonight, so that you could be the motorbike winner. So you see, you are playing at both fronts. Do everything you can
because we are certainly getting there. At the close of it, they will do a draw of all of you up. So it's possible that they may not even call you up for the 10,000, and then you can still win the motorbike. So you can still be called up, meaning you got to keep listening, because they got to call you up and then you confirm before it works. That's what it is. So even tonight when you play on my show, and I'll call you up, and then when you pick, then that means you win. For those that I will be able to reach. If I can't reach the other people, well, that's it. But those I will be able to reach, that's what it is. And the next thing there is that it is possible you could win the 10,000, and then when they're doing the final draw for the entire day, the last person who will be on the show here to do the final draw, it's possible they will pick you up again for the motorbike. So there are two big chances you've got. Yeah. So don't think because they didn't call you in the morning hours or so forth, you did not know. The possibility stays this that you could be in contention yet for the motorbike, which is the biggest of all. And we've got here as cash awards or maybe valuables given to people who may have won. All right. So somebody at the guy they said somebody from the Liberian Senate, one Papa A. Colley. Papa P. Colley, yeah, from the Liberian Senate. I know most of you listening to me now, so let me just try to get. The man at the guy is here. Papa P. Colley from the Liberian Senate. Is it Liberian Senate? Yeah, Liberian Senate. Yeah, they say a department of travel service that they don't want to be responsible for the people to travel. Position page. Okay, no problem. So they don't want to be responsible for the people to be traveling all over the place for they don't want to travel. And the people who are responsible for it. So Papa P. Colley, come and collect so that you can get your article with you, because you are in the travel service department. People responsible for traveling services, which is very much good. Yeah, so we are certainly getting there. Nothing will stop us from getting there. With God, all things are possible, and we are certainly getting there. So tonight I had wanted to share with you something I'm still making and working out modalities to see if it works. Yeah, and praying hard that it works. If it works, well, that's it. And I just want to work it up some kind of way so that something works up tonight, and which is very good for all of us to get some information, very vital for us all Liberians. But before we get to that, a lot of things are happening in our country. Many of you want to participate in politics. I don't know whether you Liberians are getting to understand now that politics that we play here is the politics of deception and politics. I don't want to discover it. The other one when I say it will be too big. So let me leave it. Let me just stick here at politics of deception. That's the kind of politics we play. Now, that deception component, it does not only rest with you who being deceived. It also reverts. It comes back to the deceiver. Now, you are being deceived by somebody. Normally, deceptions are not meant for the deceiver, right? So, the one who is being deceived is the one who the entire deception thing centers around. So that's what it is. So you can be deceived, but the one who is the deceiver, that person that benefits. In politics, especially Liberian politics, the deceiver may tend to benefit, but in the end will go down with his own deception. So in Liberian politics, I want to contextualize. I want to say, though it may not be something that may look so unique and to only Liberia, but I just want to tell you that in Liberia, no matter what it is, our deception always holds us back and then swallows us up in the end and throws us out The deception will take us in, and that same deception will take us out. That's politics deception. It's not too good. It's not too good. You will use it. You will use it to get in, but getting back will be very much terrible for you. So tonight, let me just share with you something before we can go any deeper into it. Sorry. I'll soon join. So that's the deception. Let me come to something quick, then we'll get to that one subsequently and deal with it. You know, the United Party people, they are in government and they still want to lie. And we told them that lying and the deception of politics is only something that plays in favor of the opposition and not the ruling establishment. I said that consistently. Right? The people will listen to you. They will let them buy into your lies when you are in opposition. But you can't successfully do that with them when you are now in ruling establishment. But I would like for us to set the basis for our discussion on what I want to talk about. I know you all been hearing about the sports parks and how everything went on. Children were causing noise. How George we are building the one. In fact, they condemned the construction of the sports park at where? That place, man. I don't know the place. Fish market, right? Yeah, fish market. Okay, yeah, the place there. Right tomorrow junction, the sports park, the invisible sports park, right? They decided to do that one. So that's why they condemned it for the onset. Our plane there will be flying, people will die. That's what the first propaganda they started with. But knowing what it is, and then we have said, he played down there on the same field then before he became somebody in his footballing career. So was the getting back to that area, elevating the area and so forth. Now that he's in politics, now you can say use the same country people, their opportunity they are giving him, he can use that opportunity in their favor. It is using a system to benefit the people. That is what he did, right? So, unlike other people who will use the system to benefit themselves, he decided to say, look, I will use the system to benefit the people. And you have to ask we are, and they say, oh yeah, we are, the only thing that we are will tell you squarely that everything I ever did and everything I went through, you asked me as a result of the power the people gave me. Had they not done it, I would have done it. So all credit goes to them. I'm not going to take it. That's why you were here. So we hearing everybody talking about Josh where went and built a sports park. He put everything he need. He contracted the sports park to people and everything inside he need and so forth. So the man who was responsible for all the projects is Trokopui. He was the minister of state without portfolio. Meaning there's no specific. Now, he could be sent by the president to do X, Y, Z here and there. But these are some of the things that you could talk about, right? But these Unity Party people, they are always angry. And some of them invest with me. But me, I don't get time for them. You know why? Because they gave me a job that I let doing. That's the problem. So you don't have to pay me. So when you give somebody a job that I let doing, you will cry. And I know that their leaders are crying. Because why they have to give me this job that I like doing so much? I love this job. I love this job. And I'm doing it to the best of my ability. And I'm just enjoying it. Because they put me in a position where I will have to survive on this job. That's what I like doing. And I like the kind of job. One of my brothers had to call somebody and told the president, say, my man, I want for you to talk to AB. You know, you got a day job somewhere. When I call the place name, you all know him. Wow, talk to AB and they come down. You know, they can talk about that every day now. When they call it, I say, what's that? When I get time for them, like tiny one, they who not get anything to eat. They are very hungry. They're not educated. They're not what they call. They're not sound. And in their thinking, because education is not all to it. They're not sound in their thinking. I don't want them that they didn't want. Why you think I never respond to people on Facebook? Because it's tiny, one that don't get place. So, oh gosh, the kind of people that I'm going to respond to. In fact, some of them said they are people that I can bond. They can live with me. I can send them to school, whatever it is. The kind of people that I'm going to be responding to on Facebook. I don't do the kind of thing. I have passed that level already. I know the people who will deal with them. The people are there. So they will deal with them. So let us now hear about these projects. I know you want to hear it tonight. Because the last time there were a group of citizens who have called me and they said, look, they decided to downsize people at the unification park. Right? So those are the things. But what is the vision beyond this whole thing? How do they have it? Where is it at the moment? Is it George we are who still controlling it? Huh? Is it George we are who still controlling it? There is something will okay, yeah, they call that in property law, they call that the dead man's hand, right? The dead man's hand is such as a will something, right? You can even look at it, they put in the context of will. So the man has died, but the man still controlling the property. You know how the man control the property? Everything he wrote down and say, when I die, the other person should own this, the other person should own this, the other person should own this. Eh? That thing that man wrote, that what the people will use to distribute that property. Don't hear there, but he's still controlling the property. Where the property should go, how it should go, this out of the dead man hand that we can be talking about. So it's in property law. You can look at it that way. So the dead man hand that is there. So it's George Weah who has left the presidency. Is he still having hand in control in the government? Right? So that is what they're saying now. Because that is what they are discussing out there and will not allow them to lie this time. Because the idea they are looking for something to hold on. To say, okay, George, let me tell you something, if George will come back, even George, if Joseph Walker can be as incapacitated and like that, you're putting there. That George, yeah, they say you're putting anything on your head, whatever it is, George will still come back in the library for one thing. Do you think Joseph Walker will walk there coming back in this kind of country? Oh man, sickly, dead, and of course, very much, and whatever. I don't want to talk some things, but if you can grab that kind of man, just now politics now, you know that one. Then we are not coming. You can be thinking when you're talking. So they can say that you'll be talking. That thing that you were talking, it will work because we was in government. Now, the table has turned. Any kind of way you turn it, in fact, the more you even, let me tell you something, we are getting there, you'll leave it. We'll certainly get there, we'll get there. So let me talk to Troko on these issues, all these projects, whatever it is, so that we can see from him, hear from him. He was the man behind most of these projects. And he tried explaining a lot of things about it. I think we have a little network problem out with him. But so forth, I'll try to get to it. If anybody who's getting the network area around him can share, please tell I'm reaching out to him. He just called me and we're talking and he decided to get back to him now. I don't know what's happening. But he should be online. So I will get back to it. But let me be explaining while I'm waiting for him. While I'm waiting for him, I should be explaining while I'm waiting for him. I hope to hear from him. Okay, I think he's back now. Yeah. Okay, good. We can go. Okay, here we go. So I just want to hear from him on all the projects because these are the lives that they are carrying on all over. There is a man who was in charge of almost everything related to these projects. And Trevor Boy, my brother. Yeah, how are you doing? Trevor, how's everything with you, Chief?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Trevor, I have to call you. This is Mr. Abraham Gosson, where the presenter of the program faces the issues on freedom, 87.9. And I thought to call you this time and to just hear from you a couple of things that are trending, and we think that it's good that we read the necessary checkpoints and about the projects that were undertaken by the former president, His Excellency, and Ambassador George Manaria, about East Coast Pipe, the Austin University, all the projects and things. You were the chief architect and chief executor of all of these projects in your portfolio as Minister of State without portfolio. Now, can you please tell us, we are hearing noise that you people do these things, and we as hand is still control these things despite him being out of the presidency. He has some specific control, he has some level of ownership, he has some shares in these things because he built it, he said it for him, so he's having it with him, and the government cannot take it, and the government have made out a request to take it, and they can't take it because we are still on these things according to the arrangements, and that's why we are hearing. You can tell us what first of all, how did these parks and your vision about these parks, how did they greet you as an executor and in relation to the construction of these parks?
Thank you very much, and I'm sorry that I missed your call first.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been I've been running up and down, and I'm currently away from the country.
Okay.
And so I've been busy.
Thank you.
However, I think yesterday, I was browsing the internet, and then I found out what was being said. And luckily, Stanton called me yesterday for clarification, and then I think I spoke on Spoon TV yesterday.
Okay.
Spoon FM to make some clarification. And when we talk about the projects of the president, there are numerous projects that the president embarked upon. And while it's true of those projects, the one that people are speaking mostly about is the parks.
Yeah.
But I would not sit here and take credit for the projects that the president did, because he, as a spokesperson and also as a leader that understands the strength of his individual players, we were distributed on different wings for us to perform. And so if you look at the rural housing projects, those projects was in the house of Liz, which Betty Yeager was the one that was undertaking those projects. And you can tell, and if you go into the counties, you will see them.
Okay.
So that was Betty Yeager.
Okay.
And there were other projects that was being made, community engagement. Other folks were doing like building hand pumps and doing other stuff.
Sure.
Then when you look at the national agenda under the purple, then we have public work to be the main architect or the steward that was guiding that. And then when you came to the president's office, that's when I was chosen to take care of special presidential projects.
All right.
Now, there are two things. The special presidential projects unit was different from what I was doing, because I was the head of the president priority project. So it's a difference. So that's why I wanted to take my time and explain it.
Okay.
So as head of PDU, remember the whole idea of PDU came into being when Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf took over, and it was an idea that she borrowed from Tony Blair, His Excellency Prime Minister of England. And so the main reason of the PDU was to, first of all, track presidential projects, because the president needed to know what was really happening to those projects, and then if there is hiccup, it was easier that somebody that was in the president's office will inform the president void of the bureaucracy that will pass through that sector ministry. And so that's how PDU was born. And so when we came to power, when the president, His Excellency George Manawir, was giving the mandate, I realized when the position was given to me, I realized that we had everybody tracking everything. Minister Magay was very instrumental in checking on what the president menu was and what his activity was. So in real time, he was briefing the president. President himself, he was the people's president, and he was closer to the people. So he was getting first-hand information from all the ministers, from all the projects. And so I felt like if I'm doing this, there were times that information was reaching the president faster than I could convey them. And so I felt it was time that I tried to innovate what we were doing. And so I formed my team, and that's how we decided to formulate our own projects, especially projects that was earmarked by the president. And so I was opportune to have traveled with the president to Paris, where he and His Excellency Emmanuel Macron launched the Sports for Peace. And then the Sports for Development, because Sports for Peace were done in Monaco.
Yeah, in Monaco. Okay.
So Sports for Development, and for the Sports for Development, from the president's office, I was leading that initiative, and so we decided that we will use the president's strength, something his God-given passion, which was sports, to be able to do spread development in Liberia. And so that's how I came into the picture of infrastructure work, instead of doing my normal policy stuff that I'm used to doing since I've been with the president from the first branch of government, from the Senate. And so that's how I was introduced. And having a background in engineering too made it easier for me. And so that's how all these things came into being. So I just wanted to give you a little synopsis of how I was introduced, or dragged, or I would say how I started to play a part into these projects.
Okay. So now you have just laid the foundation. Now, these projects, talking about sports for development, this is where they all started. And the first ever we heard about, all the noise came about, is the issue about the Invincible Sports Park. How did that start? And where did the funding come from? Like you said, there are two departments, and you talk about President's Priority and projects. President's Priority Projects, that's the PPP. And that's the PPP aspect that you were controlling, right?
Yeah, the priority project, because the special presidential project unit, it was a different subset within the president's.
And whatever went to that office was budgeted for and was captured in the national budget under the office of the president.
Yeah, and that, when it comes to, you see, that's one thing I also would like to clarify.
Okay.
The Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, in the president's office, because each president will have their own model as to how they run their day-to-day activity, depending on their core personnel within the office.
Okay.
So I came from Capitol Building with the president, running the day-to-day activity of that office. So when we got at the executive management, Minister McGill was the chief of staff, so he was the boss in the office. And then I was working as a policy person in the office. And so I work with the speech team, I work with different teams within the office, and Minister McGill and I, we work closely together in implementation of other things. And for instance, to tell you how the functionary of the office of the president at that time works, if you look at the street lighting that was done from the president's office.
The street lights.
That was the street light, yeah. It was an initiative that was pioneered by Minister McGill. So Minister McGill's team was the one that was implementing those projects, because the main reason the president decided to do development, or especially infrastructure development through that lens, it was because, remember, we came to government, and as soon as we entered government, we were met with the 16 billion allegation. And so before we knew it, we were already trying to prove. And remember, we were elected on a popular mandate. And so we have promised a lot when we were on the campaign trail, and we had to deliver. And so, like playing on a soccer field, you have different players on the field, and each person on the field has to work from their position for the team to be able to win. And so that's how we were working in different subsets to make sure the president vision under the purple came to fruition. And so with that said, I actually decided that those projects under the post for development, when I was giving that particular function, we traveled to Senegal, and while in Senegal, I saw the outdoor gymnasium. If you know Senegal, they are known for like what we call the African wrestling. So working out is something that is very permanent in Senegal. And so when I saw it, I was amazed. And so I started preliminary drawings, and I started to envision having the same things in Liberia. So that's how PHP came into being. And so when I started working on PHP, and we put together the blueprint of PHP, and the president took it to Abu Dhabi, it was during that time that the president actually started to see my engineering part, because we have always worked together from the policy end. And so when he saw what I did, we were leaving work on I think it was like a Friday. We were leaving work, and then we were passing by Invisible Park, and then the president said, Chokan, I play on this field. You used to come and see me on the field. There is a lot of history on this field. I think it would be best we modernize the soccer field. And when we started Invisible Park, there was no blueprint. He only told me, build a soccer field. So then I asked him and said, how many fields? He said, it would be good, we get one practice field and one stand-up field. But growing up in the FE area, I felt like there was a lot of things that we were lacking when we were growing up. Today, I only play soccer because I did not have the opportunity to play basketball, because at the time, we did not have basketball courts in our yard. So I said, oh, no. There are other people that would not be able to play soccer. There will be people that love basketball. So therefore, let's add basketball. And then the president came one time and said, oh, if people come in with their kids, they will need a place to play. And then one thing he said, can you imagine my wife is taking kids from here to take them to Ghana for them to have the luxury of going on a playground. So let's include a playground. And so I would say the entire Invincible Park was something that we did through operations, where we were just adding things as we were going. And so it was almost like we were just making stuff up as we were going. And at the end of the day, today we have the Invisible Park. So when he told me to build the 2 soccer field, he gave me 175,000, because that's all he was envisioning at the time. And then
so where did that money come from? Where did that money come from? He gave me, and whether it was budgeted for or so forth, because whatever vision the president may have, it may be policy, but those policies are made legal by law, and that law is the budget. That budget becomes a law. did he visit the budget and then took the initial capital from there to give to you?
Nah, what happened, it was very sporadic. It was sporadic. It was not even, I don't think the president even planned it. It was sporadic because we were driving and the president decided to face airfield. And then when he decided to face airfield, he asked me, he said, oh, let's start doing it. And then the first thing he wanted to do was for us to order the turf. And so to order the turf, that's when he gave the 175,000, which was his personal money. And
wow.
The 175,000 was his personal money. But again, at the time, the president was thinking that 175,000 would have built the entire soccer field with all the other stuff. And he found out it was only for the turf. And then he said, no. I thought this was going to build everything. I said, no, chief. And so then he instructed me to speak to NOCAP, NPA, and Maritime to help. And so those three SOEs was very instrumental
in terms of their corporate social responsibility.
So,
in terms of their corporate social responsibility, that's how he sent you to them.
Yeah. And so I think when I served as the Minister of State with our portfolio, I was always on radio, like pretty much singing praises to those three institutions. And to be specific, and I would say hats off to NASCO. NASCO was very much instrumental in making sure that the kids in Liberia could have a place to play.
Okay, good. Now, so with that,
so that's how funding came in for the construction of those parks.
Wow. And talking about, so from just you, I'm just hearing that the first dream to have constructed anything, it was started with a PHP first.
Yeah, PHP was the first. PHP was the president always knew me as a policy person because I went to school for engineering, but when he met me, he asked me to help out, but all I knew was science. So he was instrumental for me to go to China, where I went to Peking University, and then I studied public policy. And so when I graduated from China, I came back, and then we ran the campaign in 2014 for the senatorial race, and that's how I was chosen to work in the president's office. So from 2015 up until we went to Senegal, all that I did around the president was policy based.
No, it's good. In terms of your work around the president, it's not in dispute. That's why we didn't call you to talk about what you read. But the issue there is these packs and that we are discussing now. You talk about the first funding came from the president, his own money, 175,000, and then later on to beef up that he sent you and to these SOEs, so that they can chip in through their corporate social responsibility. This only speaks and confirms that indeed there was no budget line, so forth, for the national legislature or whatever time that happened. So let's go to the PHP part 2. So we know
to that I want to be clear here. You remember when the park was built?
Yeah.
And this is how I even got to know Julius Jett.
Okay.
Because I was driving, and then Julius Jett was on his show and said that, oh, the president is bragging and saying that the funding for Invisible Park was something that he personally contributed along with these SOEs. But there is a budget line that is showing that 500,000 was given for the construction of Invisible Park.
Okay.
And I remember calling on the show that day and telling him, no, it's not possible. Because if 500,000 is put into the budget for Invisible Park, how can you allot resources to an infrastructure that is already built. If you
Okay.
remember, I think.
Yeah, at that time it was already built. Yeah, at that time it was already built. You're right. It was already built when you said that. Yeah.
I debunked that and said no, it was not possible. And so, no, there was no direct budgetary allotment that was made to build any of the park.
Any of the parks? You mean any of the parks?
Yeah, but all the parks that were, especially when it comes to Invisible Park and Clarendon. Now, when you speak to what I would say, PHP.
Yeah, PHP.
PHP was a grant.
Okay.
That came from. It was a grant that came from Abu Dhabi. However, the Abu Dhabi fund, the grant procedure was the government of Liberia had to match it by 20%.
Okay.
And so that 20% was put in the construction of PHP. But yeah, if you would like to know how that 20% will contribute, it would be best to call Minister Tue, because I still have, because people have been calling me and I've been going back to the budget line to see where that particular money was infused. I really, but I know these are things that happen in the government process, especially when you get grant, the country has to match.
Yeah, there's a matching
so
fund.
People from finance will better explain that. So in that case, I would say yes, the government will be 20% to PHP to match the grant, because that was the procedure.
Great. So now we know all of that. Now, the management of the park, now we know that with the exception of the PHP, where 20% had to go because they only have law to deal with individual and that of government, but you have to be government to government. That's how that happened. The issue about the management of these parks. And it said that because the president was personally had his involvement in these things, did he have any stake in it, shares in it, that he's out of power today and still controls the management of these parks, is what we are hearing. Can you just provide clarity on this?
I would say it's so far from the truth, because the president does not even know the day-to-day workings of the park, even when we were in government.
Okay.
Remember, Invisible Park was open months before we went to election.
Yeah.
And even during that time, the people that was maintaining the park, the maintenance, was not being paid by the Liberian government, even under His Excellency George Manawia. So I start from there. The day-to-day activities of the park, the president knows nothing about it. And the first and foremost, when all those parks was created, it was turned over to the city government as the property of the city.
Wow.
And if you call Jefferson Kochi, the city has deeds for all those parks. The city is the owner. So if President Weah wanted to own the parks, don't you think he was going to take the deeds and put it in one of his family names? Why would he give it to the city? The city is the owner of the parks.
Wow.
And so if you call Jefferson Kochi right now, he will tell you that the city of Monrovia owned the park.
So in terms of the management teams the management teams that are there, how did that happen? Because they are there and these are probably management team, not the city people we are seeing there, not the city corporation people. So how did that happen?
Okay. Now, first and foremost, when we were building those parks, because we come from a policy background, the first thing we wanted to do was to give jobs to the young people.
Okay.
So we made sure that we did community engagement For instance, when we started in F, we had a soccer game where Dewencon went against Rotterdam.
Okay.
And was during that time we gathered all the young people, and we broke the news that the parks were going to be constructed, and we encouraged those kids that were living in the community to work as unskilled laborers. And so those kids worked at those parks when it was being built, and some of them worked for more than a year. And so when the parks were completed, those kids were brought on to serve on the management, on the maintenance team.
Okay.
And so half of the kids that work at the different parks are the same people that helped build it. So I always laugh and say, people often say the yellow machine that built the mansion, later is they are not allowed to park close to the mansion. But in the case of these parks, all the yellow machines that work were able to be employed, and today they are people. So the passion they have to keep that place looking the way it is very high. But when it comes to the management team and how it's organized and how the contract was put into place and all that, you can call the city mayor, the former city mayor, because he got into a contract with the management company. Or you can talk with the management company as to how the process went on. But what I did, I encouraged whoever that was going to take over the maintenance of those parks, that those kids that actually work at those parks where they want to be given jobs, because two things it does. The first thing is it helps them to continue to leverage their skills.
Okay.
The second thing, it was giving sustainable employment. And you know, youth unemployment has been one of our biggest problems, and it is one of our biggest problems in Liberia. And so we were able to make sure that those people from the community was given priority.
So now the government are rating several levels, and I think they are questioning you people, and there are some signs of some legal proceedings saying that the city management, they are there, they are working at the behest of the former president or so forth, so they want to take up issues with them and so forth. I think that is blunt, that the Ministry of State wants total control of that, because they said the sports park activities were on the Ministry of State, not we are. And you are saying we are spending his personal money. And, yeah.
And that's why I was taken aback. I was baffled when I heard, when I read, because there are different documentation that have been circulating on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I was taken aback because before we left government, the president instructed all ministers to write detailed turnover notes.
Okay.
And so I wrote a detailed turnover note. I wrote mine in a form of a mini booklet, and it was given to the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Mr. Blamowise at the time, and we were instructed that those documentation was going to be turned over to the incoming government. But another thing is, we are still in the country. We never left the country. And for me, I'm a technician. I've never tried to put myself in the political space. Although I always say I'm a technician in a political space, but I don't contribute when it comes to active politics. So we are all Liberians, and we are all friends in Liberia. Liberia is so small. I usually go to Royal to get my coffee, and I meet all my big brothers and people that are in government today. So if somebody wanted to understand what has been unfolding, they would just call me we could sit, have lunch, have a coffee, and I would have explained everything. The president did not open or did not turn over the park to the ministry. The parks are owned by the city government. The ownership of the park belongs to the city government. And so, if we have even built a park in Pinsville, it would have been under the Pinsville city government.
City government, yeah.
It's the same as if the president went to Grand Bassa County, where I come from, and he decided to build a children's center, or if he decided to build recreation center for anyone, it was going to be turned over to the city of Buchanan. The president cannot be bothered with day-to-day activities of parks and stuff. So it was never the property of the president's office.
Okay.
It was an initiative that the president undertook, and it was given over to the city government. And so the custodian of those parks are the city of Monroeville.
Wow. I think it's good that you provide these clarities, and you're not a politician, so leave the political aspect with us. We know what is the political thing behind all of those things, but it's good that you have shared this with us, that the president does not have anything to do with it. It had never been under the Ministry of State, and you work with it, and you people turn that over to the city government. And currently, and I think Siafa is the current city. I don't know why they can see the turnover notes from Koji to that of Siafa to even, and I understand from him what happened to it, and then the Ministry of State is requesting it. They want to have total control, as though that was the case then, and that's why we are confused, for which I decided to call you and hear from you only. It's good that you have provided these clarities, and I think
it's owned by the city. It's owned by the city.
Okay.
The city owns those parks.
Okay.
And so, and that's why. And one of the things that I was reading in the paper, and people were saying, and on social media, people were saying that there is a revenue split 30-70, and the 70% of proceed parks goes to the president. And it's comical because you know that all the parks are free, and the kind of equipment over there, they are state-of-the-art equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Maintenance to those parks are very expensive. The low proceeds that are being generated, because the only way you pay money to use any of those facilities, except you are trying to have exclusive right, and then the money people pay are like token of appreciation pretty much, because, for instance, Invisible Park, the smallest fee over there, I think is either $30 or $40, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's around 1,700 or something like that. Yeah, even at that.
Yeah, so how many teams are practicing every day? How many schools are going there? Remember, they have more than 150 workers. These workers are being paid from proceeds that come from the park. They are not on government payroll. And so I think we should be employing the management company for the kind of work they have done, because they have sustained those parks outside of government funding.
Wow.
Invisible Park just celebrated its second anniversary, and PHP come December will be a year old. And if you pass by those parks, you know Liberians can actually maintain and develop Liberia.
You're right.
because when those developments were going on, it was Liberians that participated, and now Liberians are making sure it's being a team.
Thanks for that clarity, my brother. And we'll deal with the rest. Thank you so much. So let me let you go. And thanks so much. He's Trokon Kui, and he's the former Minister of State with our portfolio under the administration of former President and George. Now, so let's get to the issues, right? You listen to him clearly. I'm not going to talk much. I will go straight to why. You know, we let them look ahead of them. They are not smart. That's why we always told people that the moment you visit me and then you put in a request, I will not see that request as a request. I will look beyond that request, waiting beyond that request before I grant that request. Because there are certain requests that when you grant, sometimes you find yourself swallowed in that request. You got to look at it. You got to read it. You got to observe it. You got to know where all of this is coming from. Let me tell you something. Like Trokon said, rightfully, it is not possible that we will say, oh, the get share inside. So when they put on the ground, they will give me 30% share, they will give me 70% share on this. Where is the money coming from to take care of that park? Where is the money coming from? That park, the guys who work in there, not national, but in fact, recently the ladies who taking care of the PHP, there were a group of citizens who even greeted me and said, look, the lady said business not running again, so they have to cut down some people. Not government paying them. They got to run that park before they can pay these people. So how can you take money from them and the president, oh, they never pay the park? The man will take that from there and let's say you are giving them a share. All the people have to pay the people down there. Let's say you're giving them a share. Say I'm laying down way in Florida or I'm laying down in Ghana and I'm there. You're giving them a share. In fact, I want to share. How is that possible? This man decided to do over the years to use his relationship to the benefit of the country. The same way he used his football boots to the benefit of this country when you were at war. That the same way he used it. I told you people, and Snow is a living witness that in 2002, when Liberia was going for the Nations Cup, our time war going on, terror here, blah blah blah, no money going. Diva then said that they couldn't play because the country was not sending money to them. He had to go. He Snow narrated that at that time. When that sound story put out here, we used to be listening to DC 101. It was on DC 101 that Snow went with Hillary Justin Colin there. He was able to narrate that indeed for us to even play that game that time. It had to be weird that used his relationship with FIFA's president, got some money from there and told him Snow that if you tell these people that their money coming from me, weird, Diva will not play. Because their idea is they want money for the country. So Snow then have to go there and lie to Diva then that the money that they are bringing now, the money is for the government of Liberia. The man uses his relationship to the benefit of the country. You people use your relationship for the benefit of you and your families. This man decided to build a park and turn his back on it. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't care. Look, the thing that I can fool your eyes, it can fool your man's eye. Now, one thing about it, you don't even see it. Now, let's leave that one. Right? So it is not possible. It is not possible. There are certain things when people can tell you. You say you got to look at AFD, ask yourself questions. Say, you know, is this thing very real? Is it possible that you make it? No. You sometimes you ask yourself question. How many people generating down there that we are with 30% or 70%? How do they pay these people? They put on government payroll. The government get people on salary for them to manage that place. The Ministry of State just lay off people. Then they won't control the park. People who have gone there to even be working, they take that park and you know what they want to do? They want to destroy everything about we are. That's what they want. But that's not the most important thing. Let me tell you why they want it. The Unity Party people, they're not smart. I always told you people. What guy is saying they're not smart. They're not too clever. And let me tell you why. The same way they took the VIP lodge and denied we are the usage of the VIP lodge. And they know we are coming back. We are not going anywhere. Since we are now that 18 years are coming back to the country, they know that we will be going to this sports park, meeting with people, going to this sports park, and group will be gathering at these places. So what they want to do, they want to control the sports park. So that when the sports park falls under the Ministry of State, then they will tell the management team that they say, we are celebrating available for you to use it today. That's what they want to do. They know we are use sports to gather people because we are get ready and say, I want West Point to go play. I get ready, I want go PhD park to go play. We are be playing sports. So they're taking this sports park so that they can deny we are the usage of this sports park. That's what they want to do. That sports park, oh God, these people, you see how they wicked? And you see the wickedness that behind Joseph Bonner group. And when that man of God was talking about calamity will come to this country, they get what they were talking about. But nowadays, if we was not the leading opposition figure, and CDC were not trained, and they were not, no, if they were not in a position to be trained, to be able to manage these kind of provocations, nowadays, calamity feeling for in the country, a different thing we're discussing in this country. Nowadays, ambassadors have left this country, the whole country was shut. Nowadays, as we speak, because all the policy prescriptions that they are implementing points to the calamity. But God who have it, the man in charge of the opposition, his followers are trained to managing these kind of things, to avoid these provocations, how to manage provocation. Now, why the country is like this today? Now, why you see people that always sit on this radio and would never incite people and tell them, say, you're going in the street to go do X, Y, Z. They want to take the sports park, put it on Sylvester Graceway, and then put it on a corridor crowd there, so that they sit down there, then they say, you know what? Today, we will not be able to use that sports park. Oh God, these people are. Oh God, you Jesus Christ of Nazareth. But people don't play your cash, give away and win your 10,000 and go back. I think that is the only thing that benefits you on the show so much. Because we keep playing that they are all they want it for. When you see them writing letter, oh, we want it. We want the sports park. They want to deny we see the sports park. That's all they want to do. That's all. Nothing else. Brother get contract to pay, whatever. You're not even thinking about what he will create of his own. Everything we have created are things that they want to exercise control over. Are these people not ashamed? They are not ashamed of themselves. That everything this man created that he himself never exercise control over. That what they want exercise control over. How is that? How is that possible? The man who paid it, he never control it. He didn't care how I play was running or this that. I can remember recently. We had to call the sports park people. Recently, before he could even leave for the US, he plays so money game at 8 a.m. He had to call the sports park and say, "You got this space there, won't want to come play our late Sunday game." He's begging them as former president. Very build a place for. He's asking them for time so that he can. That thing there now they want take now so that they will be stopping him from using that place. Because that where he will gather the young people, and the moment we are appears at those kind of places. So two things. One, but the actual intention is denial. But the first one is to put in their own management team to spoil our whole team, damage our whole team, laugh to that brain posting the media, wasted the country money. Because in no time they will damage our whole place. You will see Joseph Baba will tell the chairman there to open the camo, pour all kinds of things in the camo. The chairman will just go there and be to Joseph Baba chairman. They will tell you using the camo, all kinds of ways to damage our whole place. Then they get ready now and say that they just spoil the whole place. Because all the country money, he just spend it right here. He just damage the place. That's what they want to do. When they exercise control, damage it. That's what. Then the next thing is to see to it that whatever insects for which maybe we want to use the place for, so that they will deny that all the people they offer. They not offer any good thing for this country. What you want to do is sports park. The state government will manage it. And what is the best method that was employed? Is to say we are building anything without putting it on government to manage it. All the things that are did it in the government name. So the government own it. That was no problem. But the management aspect. Look, I went to the University of Liberia. There is a faculty learn they have there. I entered that place. I'm in Europe. They built that place. And I don't think that university people are managing that place. Well organized people who are managing that place. You enter the UF, just enter the UF campus and just go there while you see what's there. When you enter there, you can even sit there, do your assignment, you get what, everything is there. They put it into what private people hands so that they can manage it. Because if you tell the university, look at the university classroom, look at their bathroom, look at the maintenance and thing there, very terrible. So when you put private people there, there's a different mentality that we have in this country that anything that is of government, we should not put time to it. We should not be too much concentrated towards it. We shouldn't care about it. We should be careless about it. Anything that, so once it is of government, and then the people managing the place, they are employed by government and paid by government, there's a different approach towards that thing. Because the man who's sitting down there that coming to clean the floor, you will not clean the floor, who you will say, some are eating their money, then we don't want you to be doing it, or gracefully eating their money. All that kind of small gases that they can put in the job is funny. So even the yellow machines that you see, they say, oh yeah, I agree that they even brought it. Which of course we are there. It's just procedurally that we are looking at it. Now, if the men are driving them, know that the minister them collecting money and eating it all over here, and then you think how they want to treat that machine. That's why you see government activities and the people who are managing government properties, especially when they are government employees, it becomes a different approach towards it. But take that same thing and give it to that same government employee and tell you that your own thing now, convert it from government use to private use. See how they will take care of it. Because this time there's no thing only attached to say, I'm not coming to go wear the mommy wear bamboo drop. When they put that thing in their hair, say mommy wear bamboo drop, that they turn out they can best manage everything. So for you to see to it that government property is well managed, it's better to privatize, sorry, not prioritize, but privatize the utilization of those properties. Then it gets to be good. That's all it is. But these people, when the CDC government data, and say, oh, there's not the government, they say, oh, what it? We want to take it, we want to control it. You are able to control what it. Do you know that the executive mansion that we are left down there getting dirty and back up all day because Joseph Boakai is, you know, these kind of people, they wouldn't even clean their own yard. The yard used to be dirty, nothing sound used to be there. Why would the mansion be even correct? Things are not okay. Look at behind the man, the road is being what I don't know how far it's going to become. Yeah, I don't know the pass around Joseph Boakai. It was said before nobody come tell me, say, hey, pass here for this, that, because the EPS people say they're setting for me. Now, why? The EPS people told when I was staff who was here before, so I don't get that for that. I even let to go around and say, and I even let to enter in a place where no day I will ever get into, no, because the guys have already planned to deal with us, so we'll avoid them. But I'm dirty yard I was down there like Joseph Boakai was living, very dirty ahead. Anybody who lives in a dirty place and the place is dirty, that means you yourself you dirty. I don't say Joseph Boakai is dirty. I just think that the place was dirty. So let's leave that one. Let's go now. You know, these people, you don't know, you know any good thing in your life? That road was ragged, the rehab you were living was very terrible until we have became president before you turned to Little Miami. That today you want to sit down, you want to see good thing, you want control. And so everything, you see, these are the kind of things that we're talking about in this country. So you want to deny that man they use you at that place now because the man always go there to go play football. Right? The man will go there to go play. So the only reason they're doing that thing when they tell you, say, hey, we want to power, we want to do this is to deny the man from using that park. Now, nothing else beyond that thing. They tell you to if you have been already, that one is clear. Then one more, they will take their own management team, take people. There are people that they get all well and say, look, these are the United people that will be taking care of that place. Some of them will deliberately go and just toilet in a camo and just leave it like that and spoil our whole place. They say, man, just spoil the country money here. You play your game, star 7 and star 14 hash. Now you there, play straight, you get your 10,000 on your motor back. Star 7 and star 14 hash. Now the code there I'm giving you, so I'm about to call people as a result of the draw that I get. These are the wicked people that we'll be talking about in this country. But you see, God will expose their plans. So what I want to do is expose part. What you really want to do is expose part. The Ministry of State say they want it. Grace say you won't be in control. So we are. These people are not what God. You see this country. You see why people are here on their problem with us because I want more. The thing that God put inside that God. You see that's why you people don't understand about how God works. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about Joseph Boakai behavior toward Dimas versus Akimi. Somebody sent me text. They said Dimas versus Akimi and his wife. All of them. In fact, he didn't want, even when I was at Truth FM, he used to be called Anoze Mambagle, Nemo Church, Baptist Church. So now the church, we have to help you that they want a church there like what? A woman said that big woman in the church, that Baptist treating Baptist like that. That the kind of people they want, that the kind of people, that the kind of person will look at and say that sound president out there. I beg you. I will find place to her. And let me tell you something. But you see, this country is interesting. When we tell you somebody think I say but the country will be straight. You know why? Because people like us, we are alive. And the people like us were going to be alive during no time. Well, I'm not going to come to the country. Right? So their plan is to deny we are. Because you know the way we are coming back now, we are will be small activities, small sports activities. Small activities. That's all. By the way, we are getting there, and we think for sure these people, anytime coming to us, but I think I'm scared of you in this country. Do you think I'm really afraid in this country? The only thing I'm afraid of is to do wrong. Maybe you're not understanding, right? Okay. You can do my don't come and people here. Cause or something here. If you know that one there now, you're going to carry out all the debate on our side, you're going to do your thing in there. So let's see. Whatever it is, Crown Stopper is proud to be associated with us right here on this very die. So let me guys play my puppet song here. Again, small with the big. You know what, play my thing. I'll play your thing, puppet. You deserve it. And so this is what it is. And I saw Crown Stopper or break. Then without picking your corner here, let's leave that in there.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So let me see right before it. Don't tell like you have it for your Crowds come by here for us. When you set them to your door, whether you reach or you go. If you see a human target, let me check. You ever said that? If you see it, I'll keep it. My heart's on the fire. People bringing Satan to the door. Stopping right and making it before they before. For the Satan to interior. Keeping us in the stopping ground for all our own. People bringing Satan to the door. Stopping right and making it before they before. For the Satan to interior. Keeping us in the stopping ground for all our own.
Crime Stopper Liberia is a community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Simon.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing Satan to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping right and make it before them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the Satan to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us in the stopping ground for all our own. Crime Stopper, the people bringing Satan to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping right and make it before them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the Satan to interior.
Oh yes, Crown Stopper proud right here on this very time. And let me get to this first quarter my first and of these right here on this die, and we're right here on this die. So you have to keep your phones on. So you press star 799 star 14 hash. That is exactly it. You have 300 LD, then $2. And so you can work with that. And so that's what. Let me get to this person. Hello. Hello. How you doing? Yeah, this is Godson. This is Eddie. Yeah. Look at him there. I'm calling you. Yeah. Better, what? You can remember where you gave me your phone number? And we met. Where did we meet? And you gave me your phone number. Where did we meet?
I'll give number to you.
Oh man, don't answer that, man. We met somewhere. You give me your number for me to call you. Now I'm calling you now.
No, give me. I can listen to you every day.
How many times you play the jackpot?
Every day I can play, but today, I have only played one time.
Today, Umpa, you just play one time reluctantly. Yeah. Amen. You haven't won before?
No.
Even the loser draw and all. God there with you. Congratulations, you have won the 10,000 for today. You said what's the name again assigned to the sin? Okay, he runs to Bella. All right, thank you so much. I said, I like him a number, no day, and I like him a number. So call us on 0776 104 086 500 104. Let me try this second president. Oh, there we go. And I said, hey, yeah, what I was saying for the start of the show, I said, some people can let me win. I said, oh, you're playing one time now. Some people reluctantly, they will just do, and then it works. So never give up until you are a winner. And that's what I can tell anybody. Never give up until you are a winner. All right, so 9596 and 92, yeah, are the numbers. So we're right here on this very dial. Let me get into this one. Then we start picking your calls here, people. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And one good thing about it is that all these people are calling, they will pick down because all of them play right on the show. And how are you doing? No, but you calling me short?
I just saw.
Hey, you see you there? You hearing me? You hearing me? I know you hearing me. You laugh. Boss man, how you doing? How the job? Yeah. Hey, you working? Eh? Hello? Hey, you working? Okay. Hey, you got 3 chairs? Eh? No. But ain't where America before? But man, just be telling you so true, Daddy. That all we can do on this show. Don't let me see, man. I know where I want, like, we ever say, well, let me look at how I'm going to know, then you say, you're not going to join. All right, so what's your name? Here for? The network. So, hello? G-Man. Hello? But anyway, you want to call it? Okay. It's called our last name again. Fogba? Yeah. Fogba, okay. Mr. Fogba, you play the jackpot today?
I just played it.
How many times you played?
I played 2 times.
2 times. The first man was 1 time, you 2 times. Have you ever won before? Ever playing? Yeah. That your first day to play and you only play 2 times. All right, congratulations. You won the 10,000.
Thank you ever so much.
God bless you too, and you and your family. Congratulations. It will soon hit your account. Yeah, it will soon hit your account. Thank you so much. You see, I was just saying this thing before even we start placing the question. Some of you, you'll be running, what do you call it? You just see people just what they call. That's how it works. So let's get to the lines, interact with some of our callers while I'm trying to dial and do more draws. Yeah, so keep playing as we are going on. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Everything and anything and everything is possible. And let's go on. This one, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, please go ahead quickly, Awa.
We are in all the money into nothing. So as both sides they come in different.
One day for master. I like that. Thank you so much, Samuel. We appreciate you. Let me get to this line, talk to this caller right here on this die. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, baby. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon from your end and good evening here. Let's hear from you quickly, please.
Yeah, thank you, Abby. Thank you for the show.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what, bro, like just one person we are saying on the call that day on your show, like you just sit back and watch. You see, most of the things that you see, you know, the party is doing, Omen Prophet is doing. Let me tell you, bro, Abby, there is a distraction. They're looking for one thing, bro, Abby. Omen Prophet's strategy to turn Liberia into chaos. That one person is looking for to be able to implement that. They do all of those denials to President Weah, all of those speaking things for President Weah to be able to say to the young people, don't do this. So that they can point finger and say, you see, this man's like this man bring trouble. Because they came in government without no plan. So most of the plan that George Weah will carry on in the country, that they can criticize, they want to come and deny him just so that they can push him. Instead of you continue to do something to somebody and they get fed up. Just so that Liberian people's attention cannot go on, the corruption they carry on, the bad governance they carry on, so that things can happen in the country and they say, oh no, you see, George Weah, he encouraging young people to be violent, to do this, to do that. These are the strategies that Joseph and his people trying to do. Because that's a guy you're talking about every time over there. I read what I mean every day here. After any 12 years after any 12 years, after was presidential, that is for 4 years in Liberia. When any 12 years over, that man came right in America, sat down in DC. These were the people that were having White Chris Smith to put censure on Liberia, to cause problems for Liberia, because they were not in government. But today they are in government, so everything is okay. So Mr. Kanye is no more advocate. He no more praying for censure to get on Liberia because he is within government. And that's why most of the time I say to us, the citizens of Liberia, if we cannot take this control business seriously, we'll sit down. This thing here will take it to be something that will go faster, but trust me, these people plan to point that country into some kind of situation, and all of us will be affected. So I just say thank you for the show, baby.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate. I just want to go back to some of my winners. And how are you doing? And losers draw as well. And how are you doing?
Yeah, Mr. Gosson, how you doing?
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of a little bit discouraged in my stomach because I did contest in the 2023 election, and the district and county I ran in heavily supported this administration to out. I'm sick in my stomach to keep hearing trivial things like sport by presidential laws when this administration should have been focusing on meeting the bread and butter issue of those people that stood in the rain and sun that brought them to power, and they are misusing the power given to them today. I'm sick in my stomach. The bombing county that I come from, the first lady today of the Republic of Liberia hails from that county. What is she doing for her people that heavily supported her husband to come to power today? Madam Khartoum, I'm calling on you. Please stand for your people. The county is the least county today in the Republic of Liberia. Okay? What is Sport Park? Now, a former president bill, and you will not even acknowledge the former president, and you run it after Sport Park. Maybe I'm close with it. Sylvester Gracie is on a mission for Alexander County. I keep saying it. The reason why Sylvester Gracie is behaving to President Weah like this, he feels he can immediate President Weah that the situation of the young people of that country will be agitated to cause some mayhem in the country, and will fall on President Weah to get leverage to his political leader to come to power. That's the game Sylvester Gracie is playing, and Omen Baga is sitting there to an other guy who feel that they are united partisan, and they are lying Sylvester Gracie to play a game on them. Okay, Sylvester Gracie went for Alexander Kuli up to now. And he served as a state minister for Baga. So if they don't sit and watch themselves clean, and Sylvester Gracie will play a game for them, and they will see what will happen. But the game here is to keep tempting President Weah to cause some problem in our country, that the problem will fall on President Weah here. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, boss. I love that one. And I think you're 100% right. It could be working for other people. Let's provoke them. Let's see whether they will come up. Then we make them to be unpopular. And by that, because that will be a great one. Thank you. So let me get on to the next caller here. Then I'll call on some of my winners again. And how are you doing? Yeah, fine. Oh, please go on. Let's listen to you. Yeah. You're lying. Yeah. Mm. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. Boss lady, and thank you so much for your contribution. So let me get on to the next line right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. We are certainly getting there. So let me try to brace on this bash. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Hello? This one hangs on, so let me get on to the next one. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Yes, good evening, brother.
How you doing? Go on, let's listen to you quickly.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is Joseph Brahman calling you from Tisdale Township.
Yeah, Blama, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, see? For me, I'm calling chairman, but I don't want to call him president.
What? Yeah, president as president. Yeah.
I will never recognize a president in this country because I'm a president. Joe is always my president. You know, but I'm one of the most favorite things that Joe has ever labor for in this country. They run about, they sport back, they are highway, even they go for cover battery to hear the instruction. For 4 months, they spend the FBI was as this 1 year to just say that go 4 months. In black and you cannot use that as an equal rule. It's beauty of the power for itself for a run. But what that, we are not living for that war. They take on the street. They should get ready, they should load their arm with bullets and everything. We'll be our chance today, do we down, we die, those who survive, we survive.
No, we're not doing that.
People get that left. People get that left for other people to survive. Today, we enjoy the peace today because other people made that left. So when you ready, if one that push on, if they judge that come out to the country, and you decide to use it on the sport back, and they want to blast it, they want to prevent it for them. That day, if they think that father wanted to end that bureau, father would end that bureau that day. He would end that bureau that day.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm a old famous J. Vincent says. All right, let me hear from you, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please. Yeah, no, ma'am. We're doing fine. Thank God for life here. We are okay. We are doing great here.
Thank you so much. But my thing is, I've never seen no government so less busy than Waka government. Waka government so less busy. Because when President William was building those houses, they were running around and talking about that fiber working, that road working. The meat that people need to eat, and rice. Back then, the rice was $16. Now the rice is $21. They're not even talking about it. All the like people are so surprised. All of them wrong. Tell them when you said that wrong. They used to say that bread too high. That bread is this, that bread. They told the rice was $16. They were parading the street there, everything was expensive. Now the rice is $21. Everybody just is not talking about price. That's why. But where is the price? The price is already built.
Wow. Mom, you are off. Sorry. You can call back if you can. I don't know why. The network problem from your end. And so let me get back another female to just continue from where you stopped. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay, right?
I'm doing fine, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please.
So you want to tell me you of a person in traveling, that's what I'm saying.
Thanks, man, for your contribution. I appreciate that. All right. So let me get on to the next caller here. We soon be doing the next round of draws. So please keep playing. And what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, Mianta, let's hear from you, please. Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. I appreciate it. All right, so let's continue. And I'm about to call another again, but before I get to another to call, then let me try to get on to the next area. We are certainly getting there. This one will do. Hello? How you doing, mommy? Let's listen to you, please. Yeah, mother. Let's listen to you, please.
He was talking said, I want you to stay over there. Pray they can be coming down. Pray that without be coming down there, then this and that, they will fall out on the children. That's how we need that. Now they do it. Okay? These people, when somebody says to us, this is the house is a package.
I know.
However,
yep.
Okay. Camping down pass. Let's come together to love Nigeria, stay Nigeria, develop Nigeria.
That was their own campaign slogan there. I don't know why they would not focus on that. Love Nigeria, build Nigeria. This that they need that one there, now they jump to so revolution there. Hello, how you doing? Hello. How you doing? I'm Abraham. We are here calling you. Yes. How's everything? What's your name? J.U.
Yeah.
J.U. right?
Yeah, J.U. Brown. Yeah.
J.U. Brown or male?
Brown. You are already.
I know, but I'm asking whether you male or female. What kind of sex you are? You said this.
I'm male.
I'm asking. J.U., you play this game today?
Yes.
Have you ever played before?
I sent this morning up to this evening on that.
Have you ever played before and won? Huh?
Yeah, I won two. The first time I played, I won 2,500.
Okay. And the second time you played, how much did you win?
No, I know. We're up to now.
Up to now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And how many times you play on this show? On this show, how many times you play?
On the show, I played about 4 times.
4 times. Can you imagine that? All right, J.U. Thank you so much for your consistency and everything you wanted, and you got 10,000. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
God bless you. All right, so all right, so let me try to squeeze in these batch of colors so that we go on. And how you doing? The time see what you want. I don't know whether that they sending money. Ruby can you to be sending my day 1,000 days. This time rock on my bed now. Ruby can allow that contract that detrimental reliance. I will tell you to put for how one you pay. That you made me and my family to depend on that 1,000 LD that you don't can be already. That reliance that we have is detrimental to me and my family. We'll take you to court. Don't worry. I just gave you from now to December. If that reliance didn't work, I'll get you to court. You'll pay my thing. You don't be calling me. If you say your little thing, let me can say you small thing. Well, if you pass me around, you get a small money, then you argue that so that I'm good, man, you can give. And they're going to try to prove it, and let me know where you can share.
I told somebody a few days back, I said, you know, if you're not watching government,
I know.
our new also will do the color we are still doing it. And God is blessing. But if I know when I start calling you, I was so sick to hate that already I lost your root on nobody. You were so distressing because I said, man, more than 3 times you are giving me. So I just kept quiet. Whenever it's more, we have to
Well, you are going to say.
But let me say this. Maybe why this tax issue? I said it was fun. The sea is still running to the place. Why these people are running? And last night, so-called make it clear last night. They said this place is a public area that will be used by the city corporation. What they did, what the agenda is about, or they don't want to erase the name here and they are doing every project. We did not know that our foreign machine that was procured by the government. All those things because of wickedness. And that's what for me, I always tell people, look, if this government can go back, we will pray the government. But people also do not erase the past. The case has been happening in the past regime. And that is a bad situation, bad ready. The same way, when other were in power or opposition, they accepted Esau to be a fool in the country. Now to the other point, they always study, which has no matter what they were supposed for any president to be Esau or Esau in this country. Leaders of the country should know that there will be a day that you will be account of whatsoever you are doing.
You're right.
And if they forget about that, this country, the young people will be affected. Because if you are saying that, people is something they should not really care. When they told the but then the former president, the president is his son and the group.
Thanks so much, my brother, and of course, Ruben. Just kidding. Thank you. All right, so let me get on to the next caller right here on this die. We are certainly getting there, and we'll certainly get there. No matter what the circumstances are, we will. And with God above all, we will over all prevail over all of these things. And God is wonderful, and God will take us through always. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Yeah, how are you doing?
Thank you so much. This is my Rose Baker calling.
Yeah, man Rose. Let's hear from you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. You see, that one was President where you always be my president. I went to all the representative banks. I don't care what they do to money. They cannot do nothing. They cannot break it down. Whatever you would be a gap for you. I can't really care. They won't take anything when I'm out to the VIP, when I do this, when I do that. They say what it is, nothing. So I can't do nothing to money. No, you don't want to look for a roots forever. You don't do nothing to money. We're behind. We're family. Day and night. You only want right and breathe. We're born happy. You want to look at me. We're born happy. Anyway, it's the best for life. Or we bless you on it. So you want to take it. We're going up free. Free of cash.
My Rosemary, thank you for your contribution. We appreciate it. He says that. All right, and so let me see here, and I pick from this end, then I go back to some of my winners again, and I will certainly do it this way. And how are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on.
Yeah, Joseph Otoko from Canada. It's the very first time for me to call the show.
Wow, Joseph, go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you so much. God will richly bless you for what you do for the Nigerian people.
Amen.
But you see, let me just tell you something tonight. You know, there's one thing that says when chicken white, they white.
Okay.
When you blind, they blind. No matter how the people will tell whatever that they will do, whatever that job we have, this in this country, they take it. Job we have to will not move from there. One is not evil, they're not evil. When chicken white, they white, when you blind, they blind.
Joseph, sorry, thank you. I just want to ask you, we are understanding, and I thought to deal in that in depth, and we are understanding that they are saying some surrounding the local leadership in the county. What's happening? That's the county that they want, especially the presidency. What's happening there?
Right now, there's also for Maggie. The only leadership that right now in position here is the superintendent. From there on, the local leadership, everything, no unity, everybody fighting for one position. All the time, don't see the mayor, no development superintendent, they said that everybody wanted. So they are acting on themselves. Right now, it's the superintendent, or any other person for the county, also now.
Wow. That's scary.
That's not good. By the president. The United Party, when they say no, until that, so they just racking. That's like, they can only superintendent. And the woman when I went in the eyes of the other people,
Wow. No, that's bad. I've been hearing it, and I try to do my own in-depth stuff to deal with it, and I see why it's happening, who could be behind all of that, and hello, how you doing? But it's their own, man. That should be something that they should be done with. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi. How are you?
Yeah, fine, man. Let's hear from you, please, quickly.
You're calling from Rock Community.
All right, man.
My brother, anyway, Father, we are out there. God, me and you want to feel.
Oh, God.
Yeah. What can you give me? How much can you want me? He had 12 years to do everything. He just was saying that he gave him. He said it will crush, and it will crush down one day. So I know I'll always protect my president. I love him so much. Now, me telling my Lord how to work on him. So I will always be with him.
All right.
Let this go party for them have it in Jesus' name.
Man. Hello, how you doing, man, CC? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, man. Now, what is that one here? Say that again. Let me hear it again. That's it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, but we're hearing You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right. You're right. You're right. We're not here for that. I like that. Thanks, man, for your contribution. Let me get on to my own former deputy DG, Labrador Broadcasting System. John, I gave you what's up. All right. What is that thing? Yeah. yeah, she just left. Yeah.
I just traveling coming here, listen to you. I was listen. I say, I will get quiet a bit. So, yeah, listen, my man, here. So, it will probably is you are talking, you have talked. And I said, everybody that you ain't bad way. So, the former city man, as a walker.
Esther Walker from where? Esther Walker is in was in Bond County as superintendent.
Then the former city mayor. She said, "Tell everybody that slay. Let's talk and talk about it. Let's not fight." I say, yeah.
And that's this like.
I agree with one by one.
Yeah.
Talk. You know what I mean? If they couldn't have point.
I like that.
They couldn't have point.
They were not.
So that's the peace.
That's good.
I listen to everything that happened. They were coming to the country, they were stopping, they were stopping at the airport, and was on protest, and that's why I said,
no, but yeah, he said I've calmed down every storm. He said, no, nobody should do anything.
There is a storm coming.
Yeah. He has calmed the storm already. Yeah, he doesn't have time for that. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Hey, Mr. Anthony, hello.
How you doing, boss? How's everything? Okay. Go ahead. Thank you so much.
You not seeing the thing in the whole thing here? I don't think we are even thinking to go to some of the park again. That's what I want to take it for. But I think it was a good idea because once you tell that thing go to the city hall, to the city corporation, it's done. So that's what the minister of state said they want to take what they want to have. One person we have share, don't do what?
That's the whole thing, go.
Yeah, man. Park again. How much that park can raise a month? That person we have one share inside. All they want to do, they want to have full control over it so that the day they will put their own people. We want to say, oh no, they want to construction. Oh no, people bogey. That's all they want to do it for, AB. That's all.
You right.
Nothing else. That's all. Like Jala just said, the country will not point.
They were not boy, yeah.
Even after 50 years, when Baka said for 50 years, after 50 years, Labra will still be there. So who is Labra right now?
You're right.
AB, get them around them gone. Some of them gone. Some of them gone. Two of them gone. You tell them they're in the UK, but as an age, they live a normal life. The last time you were just be read. You know what I'm saying? Labra will not point.
You're right.
Let them take it.
You're right.
Get it there all real life. Let it do it. And say, you want to speak a good email, I really want to speak what that is. Anyone they were saying? What they say there, and they can speak good email. What is the celebrity right now? I don't see about who.
Yeah.
They can speak good email.
So
every country will not point. Let them take the part. Let them take everything they want to take. I think the last thing I was saying, person, we are not drive on the street because when drive on the street, people be on it. I'm telling you, they're coming down. They're coming there. Thank you, my dear.
All right, thank you. I was never driving still, thank you. The man will drive. And let me just get to this caller, then I get to the WhatsApp line. And let me call this caller, and then I get to the WhatsApp line. And then you got to keep your phones on. And no time to waste. And how you doing? How you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, you?
Fine, oh, this sounds like a female.
No, this is a man. You know what?
I'm asking if this is a female or a male talking.
No, I'm sure it's a male,
Emmanuel. Oh, Emmanuel. Hey, you are sleeping now, eh?
Yeah.
Don't be sleeping, my man. Don't be sleeping, man. You can play a game and go sleep. You gotta get results before you sleep. What are you not telling you? Even how many times you played the jackpot today?
2 times.
2 times. And you ever played and won before?
Not on Freedom FM.
Okay.
On Banana FM before.
Okay.
On Freedom FM 7 times for not winning.
Amen. Okay. So congratulations tonight, you won the 10,000. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So your name again?
Emmanuel P.
Emmanuel Pay.
Yeah.
Pay as in or pay. And I pay, and a man in there firstborn. I pay, I don't pay. But you can speak the manner? Because the manner you gotta speak before you get the money, or you can speak the manner? Okay, you try a day. Ah, okay. Bag man. Oh, District 8. Okay. Okay, it's for you. Alright. Yeah, man, in my pay, yeah. Mm-hmm. The name are on the same email. That the name are on the same email?
Yes, sir.
Email check again. Because I see different here. But those are normal is there already. But I'm seeing a different somebody. Well, not different number. You know, it ends with 1276. Yeah, you might pay. Okay, pay you, buddy. Yeah, thank you. All right, congratulations. All right, so let's go on with this one. And what are you doing, Commissioner? The most powerful commissioner of Bombay County. That's all. I beg you, most powerful commissioner. Intentionally, deliberately, I'm saying what I'm saying. Go ahead. I mean, one day you'll see me. Don't worry. You'll see. Don't worry. I'm here. Yeah. And they are supporting their father in that too. So we're not feeling sorry for anyone. Yeah. Commissioner Kimba. Thank you. I like that. Thank you, boss, for your contribution. Let me get to the WhatsApp line. We are winding down now. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? We are doing great. Thank you.
Someone is missing for the shoe and I really consider a person why people here.
Who? Okay, that man, that. No, that man is that man. He was one of those persons who defected to Joseph Walker Emerson for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe you were not getting what you're supposed to get from William, something like that. But I don't know. He defected ever since. Yeah. So.
Last time in relationship with Pharaoh Eben and David.
Yeah.
Okay, David.
Yeah.
The thing that's going on in my country, Liberia,
mm-hmm.
I can hear people talking about integrity. Do you think integrity is still living?
In some. People like us will get some.
Dignity and integrity. Do you think it's still living?
Well, in the political realm, I can question whether it exists there. But non-political, I think we'll still get people who got some.
Integrity, there's still the war. Integrity lost in the war. So there is no in our country. I tell you about the white color and the black color. What is going on in my country right now is more than a so-called activity.
I know.
That's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
All right. So let me just squeeze in Jerome Gaiman. And Jerome, what's up? How's everything, Chief? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. How about hearing from you, boss man?
Yes, greeting from Miami. How's everything?
I know. We are here in Miami too. We are okay in Miami.
Okay, no problem. Great show.
I know.
Our home, actually, the state of our union is not encouraging. I know you try to be on the positive side, but at one point,
okay,
we will begin to stand up and say, this is not going to be allowed. We are not going to allow you to be revisionist. You are not going to revive history while we are here.
Mm-hmm.
At what point?
At what point?
This is an intellectual debate that we need to have. We have the wherewithal, we have the power
to
do so.
You're right.
And I think we now need to put up a guardrail. There are certain things you can do, but you are not going to bamboozle or intellectually by coming here and rewriting history on our watch. We should not allow that.
On nosedive way. Yeah.
This is why I am concerned.
You're right. That's a great concern.
We have to do something.
We have to.
Because I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
These people are trying to rewrite history and either.
Wow. Give it, Jessa. And I take that strongly. And it can be the CDC because we have condemned that in time past before, and we'll still condemn it today. And I will get to that when I finish with this, my winner. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You fine, oh? Your name?
Jessica Moluba.
Jepita Moba?
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica Moluba.
Yeah.
All right. This is Abraham William. Is this your SIM? Is this your number?
Yes.
Registered in your name?
Yeah.
Did you play the jackpot today?
I've been playing for long.
Amen. Did you play again today on my show?
Yes.
That's my question. How many times have you played?
4 times.
Today? I mean, on my show now?
Yeah.
Wow. And you always play. But why you keep playing when you're not winning? Why you keep doing it?
I said I guess it's one day I will win.
One day. And that one day is today. Congratulations, you won the 10,000.
Thank you so much.
We thank God. All right, Miss Baba, thank you so much. Congratulations. It's soon hit your account. As I'm calling you now, just as my picking said, it's hitting your account as we speak.
Okay.
Congratulations again. All right. All right, so great. And folks, and the course will continue. That will come. Your time has come with me. I can't keep doing because we have other engagements as well. At the same time, picking your course. So, folks, like Jerome Gaiman said, at what point do we say no? We can't. And if that will happen, it can be the CDC. We sat right here in these very seats. We said, when anything such as protests and things that are staged and we see political figures there, people like us will not support it. We said that. All we administration. So when I sit here today and they call it that the CDC, the political parties, in Kenya, it was the young people themselves, independent vote of it. So root of them, they have whatever it is, they have ticket, no, wow, think out whatever it is, not no faces you saw. It was the people themselves who were feeling the pinch and saying, look, we'll stand up for ourselves. I'm not asking you to do, but if you think that you want to use the hand of the CDC, people will see the read the beating election, and then no, let Liberia do it. CDCs can join those Liberians because they themselves are Liberians. But as a party, and you expect that to happen, no, I beg you. Let's leave that. It could be, but maybe in the extreme, but it can be now. No, let's leave that. Let us concentrate. And Jerusalem, at what point do we say, hey, you can't read our story like this? That is us. You can't carry us back. We have to stop here or we move forward. So we can't allow you cross this line. At what point do we get there? Anyway, thanks so much to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God's willing, with another edition of tomorrow, Thursday. I love that, Jerome. That's what I'm highlighting it. At what point do we say, hey, stop here? You can't.